Hello, my name is Thomas Windlow, and today I'm here to talk about the world as I see it. The world is a very small place. Even though we may think as people that we're in a very large place, the universe has a way of aligning things for us. For example, this morning I was reading my emails and I come across an email from a customer that lives pretty far away from me, and she wanted me to do some prayer work for an individual that was her neighbor. Well, when the further and further I got into the email, the more I realized that the neighbor she knows is a relative of my family. And so, therefore, the world is not as large as we might think it is. Sometimes the universe may separate two twins at birth and they not really be aware of each other during the life itself, and then all of a sudden 30 years later they meet up and they come together. I kind of think that the universe has a sense of humor with us, and that even though us humans may think that we have control over most situations in our life, we don't always have control of the people that intermingle in our life. And therefore the universe has a way of aligning it back the way it's supposed to be. We can assess, we can think for ourselves that we are in control, but in a reality we really have a larger picture of guides and angels that are around us that actually bring us together when we're supposed to be. If you've ever noticed, if you're going through a trauma or a drama type situation in your life, the universe seems to bring other people into your life that are maybe going through the same situations. And the reason for that is lessons. We all have to go through our lessons in this lifetime, and sometimes they're painful lessons, and sometimes they are to teach others about the situations that we may be going through ourselves in this lifetime. So if you start journaling and you really start putting things together, you'll find that as you go through life situations, people that are around you are going through similar situations as well. You know, it's all up to us in how we handle those situations that the lessons or the karma lessons actually come forward here. We all have the ability to change any part of our life. We all have the ability to exercise our free will at any given time. Today I want to talk about the uniqueness of how the universe puts things back together for us. Even though we may be going through life situations, the people around us are also going through those, and therefore the lessons of karma are actually being taught to us in many ways. Goals are always very important in life, and as you start life as a young child, you're actually taught this, but as we start aging as adults, we actually push our goals to the side versus allowing things just to happen. I believe in the educational process. I believe in the process of parents or grandparents being involved in our life to certain extents. I'm a firm believer that before we come to Earth, that we actually make a plan, and that plan does include our family, the immediate family, and sometimes the lessons of the family itself seem to be a struggle at times. I wish we all lived in perfect harmony, that we could come into the earth plane and be free, but man dictates how things are going to go in this lifetime. So you have to understand that when you came to earth and you chose your parents and you chose your siblings, that some of those lessons that you're learning through this lifetime are through those individuals themselves. If you came into a larger family, chances are you're going to intermingle with some type of conflict as children grow, the independent lights or the independent lines of their communication actually go their own way. Even though you may actually have been brought up in the same household with, say, 5 other children, and all of you were taught lessons of right and wrong, it's not necessarily the lessons of right and wrong that you're actually going to be dealing with down the road. We all have family members that we're closer to, or family members that we really don't want to associate with because of the way they believe or their belief systems. And then once you actually start putting in the other content, spouses and children and grandchildren that keep coming along through the generations, it also complicates things. When I have a person in front of me that has an individual situation through a family, say they don't get along with a sibling or they don't get along with a parent, then, or they may not even feel that they're loved by their parent, then I actually ask them to sit down and write a list of some of the lessons they think that they may have learned in this lifetime through the lessons of family itself. We all have 2 parents that sometimes intermingle very well with us, and sometimes we're distant. Sometimes we grow with strategy throughout our whole life, and the independence that they received during their childhood is actually baggage that they carry forward into their adulthood. I often say that if you have a challenged relationship with a parent, then you need to sit down and look at what gifts your parents actually gave you in this lifetime. What I mean by that is that every parent has certain missions that when the children or child comes into the life, they're supposed to be teaching in this lifetime. So if you had, say, for an example, a father figure that really didn't show love or compassion to you, actually more neglect type energies, then it probably gave you strength in this lifetime. It may have opened your heart line for compassion. It may have helped you to see others in a much clearer light. And then if you had a parent, say a father figure, that was overpowering in this lifetime with the sensitivity, then you may have missed out on some of those other strengths that some of your friends or other members of family received. So every parent offers something, and you have to understand that the challenges in this lifetime are challenges you chose. We watch the Disney movies, and I often refer to the Disney movies as being fantasy, but yet a reality of what God kind of has in store for us or planned for us. And those movies actually set us up for dreaming, daydreaming, goals in life. So they're kind of a great tool to actually learn a lot of things of compassion of heart in this lifetime. No matter what Disney movie I watch, it seems like the message or the theme actually revolves about something about inner power that was really built within. And as you actually find that inner power, you actually open up other doorways. Now, if you're having a problem with a sibling, you have to understand that even though you both may have been raised in the same family with the same type of unconditional love or compassion, we still have a free will line to exercise in this lifetime. And they may choose their independent line as pulling away from the family versus actually coming together as a unit. Now, there are lessons involved there if you actually pay attention to the lessons. Sometimes siblings are supposed to learn things from a childhood standpoint, not necessarily as an adult standpoint. And when they feel like they're being neglected or that somebody is more special in the family unit, then they pull that independent light a little bit stronger towards them, and they really forget the basics of why some of the lessons they learned in this lifetime are their own challenges. Our attitude is everything, and as you